guys, welcome to my channel. This is Lindz. Today we're building an Art Deco house for a sim for my LP, Sims Noir. And let me tell you a little bit about the sim. I'll introduce you more during the LP. But my friend Heather, hello Heather, actually made this sim. And she's really cool. Her name, the sim's name is Poppy, and she's an alien sim, but she's really artsy, and it kind of just seems like she wants to be a part of the human world and, you know, live kind of freely away from her old ways. My friend Heather made her kind of gothic, so that's a pretty interesting take on the sim. And we'll add like kind of a sci-fi twist to my LP. But yeah, so I made this house for, so yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to see it. It's one of my favorite houses I've ever built. So, yeah, here we are doing the exterior, and I got inspiration off of Pinterest, so it was a little bit bigger of a house, and it had curved, like, corners, which I really wish we had in The Sims 4. It really bums me out that we don't have that. I feel like we should, The Sims 4 is powerful enough to have certain things that we don't. So, yeah, and I made it a little bit modern, but, like, not intentionally. I try to stay traditional, but, Art Deco style is very funny because it looks like it has some modern elements, but it is very classic. It's a very specific style. You see a lot of it in, well, if you guys have ever gone to Miami, Florida, you'll see a lot of Art Deco architecture. So it's really interesting. There's some, like, round windows, because some of the Art Deco builds have that. And it's just really fun to kind of experiment with different stuff. Yeah, so a lot of the time the facades will kind of stick out, like on the second floor, how you have the windows, and in the middle there's like a section jutting out. So that's kind of what I was going for there. And this is a smaller house, and it has 2 bedrooms, but I made 1 and 2 spare bedroom just in case she wants to have like Nancy over or something like that. So yeah. Oh, also, I want to thank you guys because I asked for your feedback on Twitter, and I got some really helpful feedback. You guys said that or a majority of the people said that they would like to see more speed builds. So this is why I've kind of made that. I really wish I had filmed the 50s house I made for Faith's Sims that she submitted. I'm kind of really frustrated with myself that I didn't do that, but I'm gonna try not to beat myself up. I really appreciate her making Sims for my game, and they're so cool. Like, they're really, like, if you haven't seen the video yet, it's on one of my LPs, and I introduce them in, like, the first 5 minutes. So if you want to check that out, but you don't want to watch the whole build, just kind of like, I think it's not the last Sims Noir, but the one before that. So go check it out. And yeah, so the inside is really cool. I just assumed that this sim, since she's an alien, would be just fascinated with, I don't know, like foliage and stuff from Earth. So she has a lot of plant life around. Oh, and this is my favorite part. I did some experimentation with the ovens. So they end up sticking outside of the wall, and I was kind of thinking of Julia Child when I did this, like her kitchen that she cooked in for TV. So yeah, I really like the way it turned out. I haven't play tested it, so it may not work, but I'll do that before I upload it to the gallery so you guys can see it. And if it doesn't work, I'll change it, but I think it looks really nice. So yeah, here we are, just making the kitchen and putting in a teapot. So yeah, I love these terracotta tiles. I feel like this is a little, it's not really Spanish inspired, but I feel like, I don't know, I just really like it kind of juxtaposed with the Art Deco. It's kind of like natural and industrial combined, so it's really neat. Oh, I forgot to add to the Sims Noir thing. I would really, really, really appreciate it if you guys would submit your Sims to the LP. That way they can be in the game and you can see a house built for them. Not that I'm a well-known YouTuber, but I'm just having a lot of fun, and I've only had 2 submissions so far, so it would mean a whole lot to me if you would create Sims for my LP. Just so you can see somebody else's take on them, and I don't know, it would just be fun. So yeah, we are decorating the dining room, kind of like hallway area. I really like this dining room. I like it by the round window, and I ended up putting a little bar there. But before that, I ended up moving on to the living room, which is really nice too. So yeah, just putting in lighting. And yeah, here we are using those couches from, I feel like they're from Movie Stuff Pack, but I'm not for sure. Might be from the Outdoor Stuff Pack. So yeah, putting in those lamps, I don't know why, but they don't just automatically stay there. You have to like hit the 9 key to raise them up. And I put those mirrors in. I was trying to play around with them. I ended up just going with 2 of them. And I love these curtains. I always forget about them. They're from the Luxury Stuff Pack, and they're so like, they really are luxurious and fun to have. And they also add light to the room, so that's really nice. So I put those in, and emerald green was a really popular color, so that's why I put that in there. So yeah, we're just putting the matching chair to the couch there. And I really like that typewriter, but I wish it was not in a glass casing. Like, I wish you could just have a typewriter on display. Yeah. So it was really hard for me to find artwork for this because, like, I feel like with all of my houses I put in this game, it's hard to, like, stick with that time period because there's so much other stuff, like modern stuff and that sort of thing. So I kind of just have to, like, guess and hope that it matches the aesthetic I'm going for. And I actually put some space paintings, like She Misses Home, and she's an artist, so I figured maybe she painted it. I don't know. And I feel like the 1920s, a lot of the artists were experimenting. Like, you had Salvador Dali, you had Picasso, there are many more, but those are the 2 I can think of right now. Also, there's a movie, if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. Sorry, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Okay, sorry about that. Have a raspy voice today for some reason. But if you haven't seen this movie, you should go watch it. I'm not a huge fan of Woody Allen, but I really like the movie Midnight in Paris, and it takes place, like, in modern times, but the main character ends up going back in time to the 1920s, and it's just really, it's a really beautiful movie. Like, it makes you kind of, like, escape for a little bit, and that's really what I want out of a movie. Oh, sorry, we're paused here for a second. I think that's because I was getting text messages or something. So, yeah. Go check that movie out. You won't regret it. Yeah, it's really good. And it has, like, all of the authors from the time, like Ernest Hemingway, and F. Scott Fitzgerald is in it, I think. Not the actual people, but actors to play them. Zelda Fitzgerald is in it, which is really a funny story. Zelda was F. Scott Fitzgerald's wife, and she suffered from mental illness. So a lot of people, claim that she was just absolutely insane and crazy, but I really like how the movie handles it. It doesn't really make light of this situation, but instead helps her. So it's a good representation of people who suffer from mental illness. So that's always really good to see. I like when movies do that, or when Hollywood does that. I personally suffer from depression, actually PTSD. So to see when people kind of make it normal for people to get help, and for it not to be a shameful thing, but a positive thing that you're getting help or dealing with it, it means a lot. So, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a spiel, but this might actually be my favorite room. It is the foyer, and I know it's weird, but I didn't originally know what to do with it. And then I just kind of make it into this really pretty, natural, conservatory. Is that what you would call it? I don't know. But I really like all the plants there, and then it just kind of feels warm in there. I just really enjoy it. And, I kind of like how the wallpaper is, juxtaposed. It's, really conservative looking and stripes and everything. But then you have the warm terracotta tiles with the plants and the organic matter. So yeah, I really enjoyed that part of the build, and then I put an outdoor table with a plant on it. So yeah, and I really like that table. I always forget about the outdoor furniture, but it goes really well with this build. So yeah, we are moving upstairs now, and I'm trying to figure out the layout, and this is when I decide to have a guest bedroom, which I don't typically do a lot in my builds. Oh, and this part really frustrated me, because I was trying to get rid of that, little sliver of, flooring, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I ended up actually, using the porch thing and then deleting it, and it finally worked. So it took a while, but then, it deleted a few, the half walls, and so I added in fencing in between, and it's just really, how it turned out. So sometimes mistakes make you do things that you actually like better. So yeah, and I really like that balcony a lot better than the front balcony. I did not expect to like it better than the front balcony, but I do, and I'm not sure why. And I really like this bathroom. It looks really fancy and relaxing. You could just take a bubble bath and look outside at all the garden stuff, and it would just be really nice. So yeah, we were just putting in more wallpaper. I thought I would go with more of a floral pattern. And take another sip of water. Sorry, guys. Okay. And now we're working on the bathroom. I wanted to go with, that mosaic tile, but I ended up going with this, small checkered tile, and it kind of looks like beads or something, but I really like it for that. It's kind of earthy, but it's still kind of luxurious, which is what I think of when I think of the 20s. So, and then I make a little grassy area. I'm not sure how she would get out there to water it, but you don't really have to in the game. But you could use your imagination. Maybe she just hops over the fence and does it, or hangs out her window and waters the plants. Maybe she has a drainage system that waters the plants for her. And she's an alien, so you don't know what kind of superpowers she has to water the plants. She might levitate the water canister. I don't know. Yeah, it's getting a little crazy now. I really like that medieval bench, and I put more plants on it. Like I said, this alien loves plants, and this could be the guest bedroom, or it could be the master bedroom. Whatever you want. It really could be both. I didn't really specify which I wanted, so yeah. So just do whatever you want. Then I put these jazz paintings up, which I don't know if that's accurate or not. Because I think jazz came later. I feel like swing music would have been, I don't know, or, well, I don't know, ragtime music, which is very similar to swing. Maybe some people would argue with me. I don't know. But then, I like how I use the different counters. So the toilet will fit into that little nook there. And I go with these, like, fancy towels and blue plant life inside the bathroom. And I really like that mirror. That mirror is one of my favorites, and I always forget about it. I don't know why. And that rug is perfect. Like, if there was ever an Art Deco rug, like, that would be it. And then, sorry, I got a text message, so sorry if you heard that. I have to put that on the couch or something. You can't hear it during this recording. There we go. And I would consider this to be the master bedroom, but, you know, like I said, you could do either or. And I really like the bedding that I chose for this. It does have, like, a pop of red. I originally went for that really red, but then I was like, nah, let's tone it down just a little bit. So, yeah, little pops of red here and there, and, like, the clock is, like, more, like, cherry wood, so... Yeah, and then an old-timey photograph, which is in a lot of these builds that I have in this neighborhood, which is Newcrest. So, yeah, we are almost done. Wait, I think we're almost done. I think we do the outside. Yeah, wait, we are not almost done, sorry. We are working on the outside now. Looks like we're doing lighting. I originally wanted to go with those round pool lights, but... I ended up going with those, like, more traditional lights, and I thought they looked better with the build. So, here we are, putting in more plants, making it look real cozy. I put an easel out here, and a bar. So, if you want to entertain your Sims that visit, you can go have a drink, you can paint outside. And I put, like, an abstract work, which I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's accurate or not, but I thought the shapes really reminded me of the 20s, or the golden age or whatever. And then I've really had a trouble with what to put in this, area. See, I think I went off to look at more Pinterest posts, so I could get more inspiration, and I actually just put in, like, a couch and some gold decorations. So yeah, there's the couch, there's a lamp, which is actually kind of beige, but it went with the color, and that cubist painting. So yeah, it's just a little area. You could do whatever you want with it. And I'm putting a little bit of a pond outside, and I had trouble with the coloring, but then I found this dirt. It's called, like, the basement flooring. And then, I just enlarged these rocks and put plants around, so it's a very simple little fountain, but yeah. Oh, and if you guys don't know how to enlarge things, you just hit the bracket keys above the, enter key and below the plus and equal sign keys. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but, yeah, there are a lot of posts on it, so I would look online. Sims VIP has a lot, so, yeah. And just putting lily pads, more foliage, and it's just a nice little pond, a little man-made pond, or alien-made, who knows. Then, putting terrain paint in, and we are almost done with the build itself, and then we're gonna go into screenshots. Oh, and this is the part where I realized that the inside had covered the outside, so I had to go back and, like, redo some of the stuff, and it was really frustrating. I don't know why the Sims does that. Like, I don't understand. Like, I didn't do anything weird with it, but it just covered both, and I was like, no, that's not where that goes. And then at the last minute, I decided to change up the little area outside that kind of juts out, give it a little bit more of an interesting look to it. So yeah, we are almost into our screenshots, so any minute now. Oh, I had a rose bush. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Here's the outside, the front of it. And then here's the foyer, my favorite, with the cactus and all the foliage, and the rug, the mirrors and the bookshelves and that little display table. Here's the kitchen. I love the kitchen so much. It's awesome. I love those ovens. I hope they work when I play test them. The dining room, and that round window, the living room. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and if you want to see a certain build, just leave suggestions down below, and I'll look at them and consider them. So thank you guys so much. If you haven't already, just submit your Sims to the hashtag SimsNoir, and you might find yourself having a house built for your Sims. So yeah, and you can find this on the gallery in the description below, so all that will be down there. And you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you all. Have a wonderful day. Bye.